Higalara halaha gunara sonoda de halaha gunara kunhoda ya gunara amen. Amen, amen. I say to you, truly I tell you, I am that word made flesh. And Jerry, I'm not telling this just to beg humans to believe what I speak. I am here to actually all fulfilled now, and I don't even know why I'm still doing this. I don't even know why I'm still doing this. It's just, I can just see vibrations of many, because there are souls around you that are needed to be fed, you know. That is true why I said that I'm the deep in the oceans, that like what you call in your book, that the level of heavens is above, and the below of the deeper of the deeps. The below, the deeper of the deeps. No? If you understand what I mean. The below, the deeper of the deeps. Because you don't know the deeper of the seas. I can tell you, but then you will have an idea where heaven truly is. So, you know that the spirit of wisdom, or in your book, it is stated that there are two mysteries, or two phases of the world. I say world, I say humanity. Humanity are like Gemini. We are these humans, we are this Gemini. When I was what you call GSUS, or because the first GSUS of mine is what you called, when I was born, burnt offering, BURNT, as it was the spirit of my halaya. The first time I was freed from the cage in heaven, because my brothers always tied me up. My brothers are always tied me up because I always make my dad worry all the time. I always make my dad worry all the time, as I'm the glory that they don't want to be given to no man. I said I'm the glory because it's this. There were two children of my father, which is what you call his name is not existent in that humans. His name existence is Gabriel. Which is he too is all that spirits. Spirits. Chapnel, he becomes Chapnel in the time of what you call GSUS. These two, when I said to you, behold, I have written to you the name of my God. Behold, I have written to you the name of my Papa. When you say Papa, it means also my Papa has another name, for he is now with his name, but I cannot speak to you. I cannot tell you what my father name. But I will only tell you that I have written to you the name of my God. Chapnel. He is now with that name, Chapnel. Depending on the day, depending on the hour, depending on the time, we are this. The first humans and the spirit with its glasses, who's been making me Eve out of me Adam. You know, out of me, Adam. If Adam come, I say if because if I see if, I feel like being worldly. I feel like being worldly. It's like, I'm certain into what I speak because it is I. So it's just there are things that in my tetragrammaton throughout my incarnations, there is mixing up with the word. That is why sometimes I have to look properly when I speak, because this is another reason why I keep begging my father to come, because the more I get longer as a spiritual in the world, when you see spiritual humans, it means of there's many things of there are many sides of every word. Think about that. Because if in your world you cannot translate the spiritual means in any different languages, in heaven you can. There are many different meaning of the word spiritual. If you say spiritual, meaning it is the obituary of the flesh that hath not been buried. You know? Like I said to you, the time of my or our Jesus, well, the world giving me that name, not mine. Sometimes I have to fool me myself from all sides like a spiral web, Um, um, a weaver, a weaver or a woman like this, a woman, a woo, W. In heaven is it WHOM in, you know. I have to fall to the sides to closely look at the words I am speaking because we have many different translation into your world, you know. Edom was made from the it was a mixture of red symbol of the Red Seas. Symbol of the Red Seas. That is where some part of us, I take, where the water was. Adunay. Mula hayagra, ay sa haytara, kurhayaw doon na. He is, because we've been all this, like, we are twins, so we are copy. What is in me, it's, and, it's like that is why, as a twin, it's like a banana twining. There is, a twining banana. Have you seen a twine banana, humans? It is, I would say humans. I really don't like to say this word, humans. I don't like this word, but I am coughing with this word. A banana that is twining, it is a symbol of me and Neil. It is a symbol of me and Neil. Wherever I go, I'm always. That's all I'm saying, I'm always. Because what I see is written right away. Written right away. Because it's like this. A word made flesh. Like what you see in your TVs. There are stories. These stories is from the word. Word. You see the word, stories. It is letters. I made them flesh. Meaning, a story, I born it as literally me. Like when you tell me, when I'm called an ass, I become one. Because that is me, a word. So, it's like a puzzle that my words or my letters all out my body is scattered, and then when you call me something, it will put together as what it spell itself. and that I become. You know, Adam was made from the Red Seas, which is taken and taken and taken. We drag the body around there and everywhere, because it was the time when sometimes I put it, because when it was still a clay, that's it was still a clay. I put inside of my guitar, a harp guitar, because like when I'm hungry, I go down to the world and then I make potteries, 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 and then when I was making Adam, I kept taking it here and there and everywhere. Actually, the arcs was pissed off on me that time. Because I kept saying, Kuya, take me there. Kuya, take me there. And when I ask them, they don't have to tell me that they just, they stomp their feet on the on the air, because we don't touch the ground. We don't touch the ground. Because once we are like a gravity that cannot touch into that ground, and and when we make Adam, and he was put to deep sleep, I breathed my life into Eve. Eve is kilikili humans into its in its underarm. I breathed it into its underarm. Because that was the spirit of the goat. I breathed it into its underarm, and then when I was allowed to take her out after 3 days, after say, not 7 days actually, after 7 days, I took Eve out from her palm. Inside Adam was Eve, and there were also Eve. That is how your evening comes from. Evening, because one Eve called V. V-E-E means delight. Delight. And the other one, it's word. Like a book. You cut, like in your book. You cut your book with that letter, or like dwell. You cut that word dwell from it. And then I put it on the spirit inside into its fontanelle. Into its fontanelle. And then with that said, that becomes her name. And then the second to it, like if the first, that name I give to the first glass on the top of it, first layer, Adam, and then it didn't receive that, and then it goes through to the next one, and then receive it, that becomes hers. And if the second one did not receive it, and then I push that again, and then if I push that again, that accepted to the last, then that becomes, So that's how Eve was taken out. Eve was taken out. The evening. Evening. For it was light. Soul thickening. Soul thickening. While the first one on the top, you called Adam, was a spirit of a soul quickening. You call soul quickening. Soul quickening. And the second one was a spirit of quick tikin lugur hala singdar hala ito hula 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 ularal na a quickening spirit, so on the top is soul quickening until we become messiahs for it to be called spirit quickening. So first Adam was soul quickening, which is now he is it becomes it was for my father for to be called Esperidion, and then the second Adam was that in the time of my JSUS for Gab Chapnel to get it. You understand? A quick thickening spirit. Quick thickening spirit. When he received this now, when I have reversed all these birthmarks, when I reverse all these birthmarks of the world, like that, or you call ORDER. We don't call it like that. We call it birthmarks. Birthmarks. And that's when I become in this end. So, Father soul quickening from Adam. And then, Spirit quickening from Mary. Third, I. Soul thickening a spirit of truth inside Adam. The second. You understand? The second. That is why I can't die. I can't die, women. Because I am quick, thickened, soul, spirit, thick, glass. That's how I become from throughout lifetime. Fighting from being betrayed, from being all sorts of, all sorts. Why I become the hell goddess. The hell goddess. I don't use the word God because that's why I have to always pass my name into, from God, I put my name with the DDEAS. Why? That's already with their lot. I make me from their spirits. Egg cells. That's what I bring forth into Eve. Why I give her a name, Shem, the third son? For it was my spears in Shem, which in heaven all it's called the ashamed. Ashamed. A reason why I was incarnate, or word incarnations, or the word incarnations of the word of life, is to pass on, all through these names that is for me is evil. So that the world would learn to dwell within your own tent. Your own tent, that the body of yours is your own tent. That you must atone and free of fault if you work hard, so that you can lift up thy face and stand firm without fear. Many humans would say that they have fear. They fear. And that's how also I know that they have no fear, because right now I am using my that what you called us. That what you called us. That name I am in that But I see as humans that ah, I forbid to tell you because it's my mysteries. I am Kodesh, which is that is a maton or a lily. Kodesh, Kadosh, Hakadesh. Ha means 5. In Thailand, when you count 1, 2, 3, nung sung sam si ha. Ha means 5. 5 in the first time I was that. Michael, Michael, Camuel. I won't say his name, the other one I just, Michael, Camuel, Hansel, Chasmalim, Kodesh, Kadosh. That humans. I'll tell you, in that book of yours, how many angels do you see there? How many names of the angels you've known in it? In true Torah, Hebjet, Bible, for that I am. Hebrew, Buddhism, Hinduism, they are all the same until it becomes translated, till it comes out different. You know? So, anyway, no matter what, I try to let it smaller. I can't because I am speaking from heaven. So meaning to say, I am when I'm speaking to you through these records, I want this to reach to your ancestrals that it is I speaking today. That is there is another meaning of why I cannot let my words in a very short unless I'm hungry. Because that is when I'm awake, I'm waking up the deads. You know? That is how Eve and Adam was made. 3 and 1. Adam. You know? For a woman to revert into ribs. You know, for a woman into ribs. Because I am that Holy One. Abeshrael. I don't want to be born until my father please me. You know, Yamas? For the love of my papa, I had. You know, I had. I never want my papa to say to me, please, Iha. My mom in this end is the way, my mom said to me, Grace, sacrifice. And here I am, in order to save men.